A high performer is a person that identifies and understands their behaviors, abilities, and personal characteristics, and after that uses them to accomplish their individual, professional, and also organizational objectives. A high entertainer does points their very own way. They generate solutions, enhance their lives and that of people around them. As well as additionally, the organization, they help, yet enough about what a high entertainer is. Are you on your means to becoming one? Well, in today's video, we'll have a look at the things high entertainers do to remain in advance, and also how you can mimic these also sound enjoyable. Alright, let's solve to it, shall we? Welcome to a loves leading. They have well-defined goals. High entertainers know what they desire as well as they prepare to go for it. The primary step to becoming effective is to recognize what your goals are, both long-term and also short-term, and also how you can transform these objectives right into actionable strategies. However, it isn't just about having objectives. It's just as crucial that your objectives are clearly specified. High entertainers don't just say, "I intend to be rich in of years." They comprehend that this is an obscure objective, one that could imply a great deal of different points under various situations. So instead, they claim, "I want to develop several streams of revenue in 5 years, obtain a new residence and be financially independent." You see the difference? The first one appears like a desire, while the various other one signifies what an effectively specified goal should appear like. By having clear-cut objectives, high performers can create a specified strategy, dedicated to achieving these goals. Second, they are positive. Positivity is a typical trait of high performers. They recognize that crying over splashed milk is meaningless. So they pick to search the brighter side of points in their relationships with various other staff members. They additionally radiate positivity there, whether it remains in a communication with an exceptional or a junior employee. High performers comprehend the value of perspective in the work environment. A negative attitude will certainly make the environment, which might hinder creative thinking as well as cooperation. Favorable mindsets, on the various other hand, boosts creative thinking as well as allows high performers to put all their focus on the task at hand. Importantly, when high performers are designated a difficult task, they don't whine. Rather, they take a look at it from a favorable angle, which in turn makes a tough task look simpler. Number 3, they accept useful criticism. Constructive objection isn't to threaten your capacities. Neither is it an opportunity for individuals to toss the middle finger at your initiatives. Positive criticism is actually an effort to assist you progress at what you're doing to come to be a top entertainer. You need to be willing to accept useful objection, understand that it isn't suggested to eliminate the advantages you may have done yet. Go the extra mile to complete a task. Occasionally, they even put the needs of other individuals or a company prior to their own done in a bid to achieve a preferred outcome. Nevertheless, making these sacrifices can have a large impact on the physical and also mental health and wellness of these people. I mean, some of these individuals could push themselves to work with holidays and also weekend breaks, leaving them with barely adequate time on their own and their family members, and this makes it important to draw the line between your personal and specialist life. While it is essential to make sacrifices to end up being a leading performer, it is equally as essential that it does not impact your individual life in a damaging way. Number 6, they understand when to claim no. Leading entertainers are recognized to make sacrifices, however this doesn't suggest that they'll say yes to every assignment. High entertainers love to handle new jobs, as this will certainly present a knowing chance and an opportunity for development. Yet they likewise know that there are restrictions to this. If they say yes to every demand, every task, it's just a matter of time prior to every person discards their tasks on them. Therefore, it is essential to know when to state no. As a matter of fact, this is an ultra-vital professional ability for each private. Saying yes to all demands will normally enhance the work that you have to numerous jobs is feasible in record time. That would not intend to flaunt regarding the amount of tasks they completed on their to-do list. Nonetheless, high performers don't necessarily buy this sentiment. They're more interested in the quality of the tasks completed, as opposed to how many jobs they can finish. Focusing on quality will at some point make it easier to complete jobs and also document time as what I've done these jobs over as well as over once again, while still preserving at the majority of quality. Number 9, they recognize when to ask for settlement. Being a leading performer implies, you know, when to request what you deserve. If you're contributing heavily to the success of an organization, that you have every right to request for a salary increase given that high. Entertainers are also confident people. Requesting for payment isn't excessive of a trouble for them most times if these top results aren't cancelled with the right incentives. Those leading entertainers don't mind leaving to deal with someone else. Number 10. They leave their convenience zones. Do you expect things to transform if you maintain doing the very same thing over as well as over again? Just because that's exactly how you recognize exactly how to do them. Well, I despise to be the bearer of bad news, they luxur, but points will not be any different. If you stop working to leave that comfortable spot, you remain in a high performer understands that remaining their comfort zone limits their capability to believe outside of the box. So rather than sit down as well as indulge a limitless cycle of failings, they decide to do things this in a different way. Look for brand new expertise and break some more borders. Number 11. They have open minds. Nobody is an island of understanding. He's an expression that nobody thinks stronger than high entertainers. Do these folks understand that there's constantly something to learn, something that would certainly offer them with a massive tons of chances? Having an open mind indicates they're constantly ready to transform their stance on a subject when they find something new. The world is an ever-changing location, and also what you understood do is the fact 5 years earlier could be extremely various today to end up being a leading performer. You have to constantly ask the right inquiries, and this can cause you to lose track of what's actually essential. So ethical of the tale right here. Set company limits and also state no with a smile on your face. Number 7. They pay attention to their health. It's very easy to forget your wellness when you talk about self-advancement and also the expert space. This is since colleagues and also companies are generally curious about your outcome as well as not the body that creates the result. Leading entertainers recognize this, and also they provide the ideal interest to their bodies and wellness. Although people aren't talking about this virtually enough, your mental and also physical health establishes your outcome. The individual enduring on a healthcare facility bed isn't at their most efficient, and also they probably won't be able to finish essential jobs. So, exactly how do you launch some healthy and balanced practices? For starters, ensure you never substitute your remainder and also rest hours for something else. Nighttime is her sleeping. Functioning till 3 a.m. does not make you one of the most industrious individual around. It's in fact just damaging your wellness in the long run. Working out on a regular basis is likewise a typical characteristic of a high performer. Take a billionaires, for example. A variety of them adhere to stringent health and fitness routines, including Richard Branson, Jack Dorsey, and also Mark Zuckerberg. Number 8. They concentrate on top quality. It can be appealing to wish to complete. To aid you progress at it, it's important not to take these points personally. Is not an assault on your individual life, rather, ask questions on just how you might make something much better. Also use this as a learning chance, and also make sure to thank whoever criticized your job. This positive objection will certainly do you extra good in the future. Number 4. They are consistent. Rome had not been integrated in a day. It was an outcome of regular effort. Well, this may seem like a cliché line. It's easy philosophy. Ideology that most high entertainers live by. Consistency is the key to achieving your objectives, any type of objectives, and also it implies you're dedicating yourself to these goals no matter just how hard things might. Obtain consistency in the office also implies that top entertainers finish their jobs on schedule as well as likewise reliable. Their co-workers at the office can rely on them to complete their quota of every job, which will certainly subsequently make them stick out. If you wish to come to be a top performer, have to place in the job. There's nothing else method around it, and also if you aren't going to put in the job as well as you could simply need to choose much less. Number 5. They want to make sacrifices. High performers are always the ones willing to remain late, simply to make sure the task obtains done. They're the ones